Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the start of a doubleheader for the end of the DTM Trophy and DTM season. We're here for free practice number 2, and oh boy, it is close at the top of the championship. This is the most relaxing day of the weekend for these drivers, but also it is a chance for Ben Green and William Tregurtha to set a marker. They are separated by 8 points. It is between those two with 4 races to go. 2 races this weekend and then 2 races next weekend. Oh, it's going to be an absolute cracker of a finale, I can assure you of that. Welcome to everybody watching on YouTube. Hopefully you are indeed sat down, got some snacks, got some drinks, because the next 30 minutes is just going to be frantic lap times being posted left, right and centre, and the last chance to dialing their settings. Who we want already in the chat then? So we've got Dalajan the Fox, we've got Ricky Jaimansky, of course he's there. We've got Garrett in the chat as well, and Miguel Amarim. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome indeed. And we've got some fans in the stands here on a Friday. I'm sure that they're all have booked time off work. They're not supposed to be at work at all. A couple of them already seeing themselves on the big screen. I'm hoping there's going to be a bit more enthusiasm as the weekend goes on. Here is the championship standings then as we head into rounds 11 and 12 this weekend. Ben Green leads the way for FK Performance Motorsport. He is 8 points clear of Will Tregurtha. There are 28 points in the offering for each round. 3 points for qualifying pole and 25 points for winning a race, which means in total there is indeed available this weekend 56 points. So yes, exciting times indeed. We have got Nico Verdonk there in P4. Michael Schrader will not be racing this weekend, so it is going to be between the front 2. And there are the rest of your drivers. Everybody scoring a point at least so far. Well, there's a bit more of some enthusiasm there. Lady with the red hair. Good to see. But it is Friday after all. The last thing you want to do is overexert yourself early in the weekend, especially if you've got tickets for all 3 days. And here we go then. Here are the cars. That's what we want to see. As we're on board with Lucas Mauron's car. Driver of the weekend last weekend, or 2 weekends ago, should I say, managed to get himself a race win and a P2. So 2 podiums right up the big end of the points. That is a lot of fans for a Friday. Yeah, I think they're just dotted about everywhere, to be fair. Yeah, they are just dotted about everywhere. So there is P2 in the championship. Just bringing Will back here. Ready to get involved with today's festivities. Oh, Selena, welcome to the stream. Miguel, absolutely nice to see people going back to the racetracks. I've been commentating on DTM Trophy now for 2 years, and I've never been to a race circuit. Next week will be the first time I'll be there at the finale, the No Rise Ring. So pretty excited for that one. Curse, welcome. Let's take a look at the weather, actually. Let me just have a little search on my phone. Let's type in Hockenheim Weather, shall we? And see what we're expecting this weekend. As we look at Ben Green, then, he is the championship leader. Championship leader. 90 degrees right now, so it's decent weather. Oh, okay. Sunday, around race time, it is supposed to be raining. As it stands. Saturday's going to be nice and clear. Friday, nice and clear. So Sunday, there's the potential of a little bit of rain, ladies and gentlemen. So I don't know how excited that gets everybody. The races are pretty incredible anyway, without the chance of rain. So it might be better off to have 2 dry races, to be completely honest. So yeah. As we now let them come out. 40 minutes of practice here. The final chance for them to indeed get comfortable with the car. Final chance. We also have a new driver this weekend. We have Stilian Petov, should I say, for FK Performance Motorsport. He is from Bulgaria. So yeah, the chance of rain is a genuine possibility. But again, like I said earlier, I don't think that's necessarily the best thing for us. As all neutral fans here, I don't think that's necessarily the best for us. I think that just dry races is going to provide the real action in terms of the championship. So, yeah, whether or not that's a good thing or not, I don't know. Will Jugurtha will have ballast on his car for race number 1 as he finished in 3rd position. So will Lucas Mauron as he finished in 2nd. So will Reinhard Koffler as he finished in 3rd position. As everyone's just slowly going around the circuit. It takes a couple of laps for them to get their tyres into a decent temperature. We've got 14 drivers this weekend, which is, yeah, a bit of a shame. But it will not take away from how exciting the championship run is going to be. It is between AMG and BMW. It is between, of course, FK Performance Motorsport and CV Performance Motorsport. So we look at 2nd in the championship, coming around the final couple of corners. And as we know, it takes a fair few laps for these drivers to get their lap times in. He's in behind Moritz Lerner, 2 of the Race Room gang. Bertram Lauritsen, welcome. Lauritsen, should I say. Welcome. So across the line, it'd be Moritz Lerner that comes across the line first. Oh, we got 15 drivers. I thought it was 15. As already, we're seeing drivers run wide out turn number 1. That's going to be an issue this weekend, I can assure you of that. Track limits have been a bit of a running theme for these drivers over this season, and last season, to be fair. And yeah, turn 1 is a little bit of one of those corners. I'm wondering where else can they run wide here. There's not really anywhere else. Coming into the stadium section, there's probably that area as well, maybe the final corner. But yeah, for the most part, it's pretty easy to stay within track limits here. There's, again, the 2 Race Room gang drivers running down in towards the hairpin. We are at the GP circuit this time around. Should be plenty of overtakes. Plenty of overtakes this weekend with that slipstreaming. As Lerner is going to let Jugurtha go. Through the flat-out right-hander they will come. And Moritz there just giving a little flash of the lights to let him know he's there. These 2 have raced each other so many times, not only in the real racing world, but in sim racing, more in sim racing, on multiple different platforms. So there we go, just into the stadium section you see there, up towards what I like to call the Vettel corner. That's where they can also run wide, so yeah, it's going to be interesting, to say the very least, today. And I'm wondering, actually, in free practice, how many people's times will be deleted. First times then posted, Lucas Mauron is the fastest at 52.595. And of course, we are going to see those times completely tumble here today. They're just trying to get into some nice rhythm, warm those tyres up. But again, just find the limit of the car, find the limit of the circuit, find yourself comfortable with the car. And then tomorrow, when it comes to qualifying, you can really push the boat out, as they say. Got a replay here then of Mauron, and you don't want to be out there, that's for sure. And I'm wondering whether his lap time now will be deleted because of that. We'll see in the timing tower. No, 52.595 will stand. I guess that wasn't the lap time. Here's Nico Verdonk, the number 90. How big is the circuit? It's around about 5 kilometers, Ricky. Around the final corner we come then for Mauron. Does he improve again on his time? Yes, a 50.675, and then Reinhard Koffler pops it up then into provisional P1. Reinhard Koffler looking quick already this weekend, and Nico Verdonk with a 150 flat, and we're about to see some 49s. Mauron looking strong for the championship? No, it's between two drivers. Yeah, Mauron has done exactly the same as what he did last season. Mauron has had a little bit of a flourish near the end of the season. It's not going to be enough. He's currently 5th in the championship, and he is 85 points behind P1, 86 points behind P1. So it is possible if the front two was a DNF and he wins and got pole position 4 races in a row. But yeah, very, very unlikely. Nico Verdonk, very much the same. He's 8 points ahead of Lucas Mauron himself. But it is between Ben Green on 171 points and William Tregurtha on 163. So it's between those two as it stands. So hopefully anyone else has got any questions about the championship and who's potentially going to win or anything like that. Today is the day to ask. It is free practice. We're here just to, answer any questions for new people watching potentially. The racing and qualifying is all tomorrow. Tomorrow morning qualifying, races in the afternoon, and are very much the same in terms of Sunday as well. The schedules are exactly the same for Saturday and Sunday. So exciting times ahead. Farcrew Gaming, welcome. Dino Venturas from Brazil. Okay, yeah, let me know where you're from then, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know where you're from, all of you. Always good to hear where people are from. So Nico Verdonk is still the fastest right now. 32 minutes to go here as Tregurtha goes across the line. Is that more of a representation? Well, he's faster, doesn't gain any positions. Currently 6th, half a second off of the pace. And, well, we're seeing pretty decent lap times here very early in the session. This is not normally what happens in free practice too, but it is this week. It is already a few cars coming into the pits. They normally kind of wait till the mid-split, so 15 minutes in, spend 5 minutes in the pits, and then do like a race simulation as a second part. But a few cars coming in early as Mauron just stepping off the circuit there. Again, the curbs will be used to denote the track limits. Ben Green is now 2nd fastest. So he's just over 1/10 of a second off of Nico Verdonk's pace. Rudy Duplessis is from South Africa, nice. Blackick is from Brazil. Dell is from Germany. George Mercado is from Portugal. How you doing, Craig? Congratulations on your IRX, by the way. Deafening Octopus is the first session you've seen. You've missed 10 races. Luckily, you can go back on the YouTube and watch it. I would highly recommend that you stop watching this right now and watch the 10 previous races. Get all sped up, caught up, ready for tomorrow's qualifying and race. Because I'm going to be giving spoilers about who's leading the championship, who's battling for the championship. As Reinhard Koffler, by the way, is now up to 2nd spot, 600ths of a second off. This is a cool championship to be watching, Octopus, that's for sure. But it is all free to watch the races on this YouTube channel. What's been my favorite race this season? Oh, that's a tough one. I'm going to just say the first one, just because I just had no idea who was going to do well. Like, it's an unknown. Everybody's on 0 points. Everyone was excited. And there was just some frantic, crazy action from start to finish. But there's no race that sticks out because every race is pretty exciting. Yeah, no one particular race sticks out. Red Bull Ring I didn't really enjoy much because of the track limits. But these drivers, they'd like to take the liberties of the track limits, as every racing driver does. Salomon then in the AMG now, 49.779. The Finn is top of the timesheets. And we've been waiting for Matthias Salonen to show some form during this season. We know how quick the driver could be. Not quite shown everything, I would say, this season yet. Well, this is a good start to the weekend for sure. So that is exciting to see. 149.779 is the time to beat. The first 49 we have seen across the weekend as well. What is my main language? English. It's my only language, to be completely honest. Yeah, Assen was amazing. Assen was ridiculous, wasn't it? So we have a nice little replay here. Bouncing their way over the curbs. Theo Uverhaus. It's one way getting through there, that's for sure. Like I said, they're finding the limits of the course. He found it very early. That was Lausitz Ring. Reverse Thursday. Yeah, that was the Lausitz Ring. Fired it up the inside from a kilometre back. Yeah. I wish that was an exaggeration, but it wasn't. That was a long way back, wasn't he? Mehul Jain, that's what it's all about. Again, you've got to thank DTM, really. Oh, God, look like there's going to be a collision then. Yeah, DTM have really, because I'm from a sim racing background, so DTM, especially Friday, like now, it is genuinely, times are coming in, but we have a genuine conversation, and questions can be asked, and I can really just be, yeah, have a load of fun with everyone watching right now, because it's free practice. We're all here to learn. Ultimately, there's things that need to be spoken about and stuff like that. It's not kind of about who's getting the quick times of qualifying or earning any points. So yeah, but DTM have kind of taken on board what I've done in sim racing in terms of what any commentator in sim racing does. Really, we always try and interact with the chat and stuff, and for the most part we do. So yeah, I asked them if that was okay last year, and they went, yeah, absolutely. It's been so much fun ever since. So yeah, it's been cool. It's been really, really cool to be able to proper interact with everybody. No, Loris, no. Ricky, I have no idea. No idea what the dates are. Well, the calendar for DTM's out. So, yeah, you can assume all of them apart from 2, I would imagine. Again, I don't know. I have no confirmation of exactly what dates they are. Yeah, Craig, this is not how real-world motorsport should be done, right? But yeah, we've got a nice little community here. Like, we tend to have up to sort of 5,000 people watching on race day, and yeah, we will have a bit of fun. More life. The M4s are strong. Yeah, they are very, very strong. But the balance of performance this season's been so much better than last season. So anybody can win at any time. We've had Audis win. We've had KTM win now for the first time last time out. We've had BMWs, of course, win. We've had the AMG win as well. And we've had the Toyota win. So all 5 manufacturers in the championship have actually won this season. So it's yeah, it's been a pretty cool BAP. Still 2 tenths then separating the front 2 as it stands. 4 different manufacturers at the top of the timesheets. Again, you can see that no one's really pushing as it stands. And with 25 minutes to go, I think a lot of drivers here are going to be putting, you know, kind of in laps now to come in, sort their car out, ready for a bit of a race run. That's what free practice 2 generally is. It changes every week, Craig. They change it every single week, depending on what circuit they're on. Yes, Mel. Obviously different cars though. Yeah, for sure. Reverse Thursday. Yeah, that you'll see, especially the BMWs, they tend to go out together when it comes to qualifying, and the AMGs will work together as well. But it has the adverse effect as well. Of course, if a car makes a mistake, obviously you lose your lap time. Through corners, of course, it's a little bit slower because all the air is being kicked up onto to the front of your car. But around Hockenheim, it's going to be huge because out of turn 3, heading down in towards the hairpin of 5 is a long run, a huge run actually. Is it the longest straight we have? I guess the Lausitz Ring's probably the longest straight we've had flat out, although turn 1 was kind of, they had to let off ever so slightly, whereas here they won't. So I think this is the longest flat out part of the championship so far this season. Ben Green, by the way, now is the fastest driver out there, 49.637. And the times are really starting to tumble here. And remember, normally qualifying pace is around about a second faster than what we see on a Friday. So expect the times to be going a lot quicker. They'll up the wick as the weekend goes on for sure. We are about to head up to the halfway point of this session. Ben Green, 149.637 is your leader. Salonen is there 1 and a bit tenths back. Then we've got Nico Verdonk, who is nearly 4 tenths behind. Reinhard Koffler then is in 4th position. Jan Zimmer has just moved up into 5th spot. We've then got Moritz Lerner in 6th position. Lucas Mauron in 7th. Tregertha in 8th. And actually, we just had Lucas Maurer move up into 6th spot, Tregertha in 7th, Zimmer now in 8th. Thea Uverhaus is in 9th, then Stefan Cox is in 10th. And then we have indeed got ourselves new driver Folev from Bulgaria, who's managed to get themselves up into P11. Kraehamer, Gerban, Hoffman, and Cornely are the rest of your drivers. So yeah, Sterian Folev, new driver from Bulgaria. Going to be interesting to see how they do, really. Trying to think of the last driver to come in as a one-off and absolutely dominate. It's not really happened, unfortunately. For anybody, it's been very difficult. Sebastian Cornely in his 3rd race weekend, again, struggling there near the back. It's just a very tough championship just to come in and be really quick. Lirim Zendeli did pretty well, but again, didn't really head up to the top of the timesheets. So Ben Tuck, who was in the championship last season, came in last weekend, or 2 weekends ago, should I say, and he didn't really have the best of it either, but he was down on power from the weekend, apparently, so that would be a reason. So yeah, it's very difficult to just pop into any championship, really, especially this one, and be successful. Moritz Lerner up into 4th, well, momentarily was 4th. Jan Zimmer has poked it up into 3rd and pushed him down to 5th position. So who's everybody going to be supporting this weekend? I'm going to ask you 2 questions here. Do you know what? I'm going to ask you 3. So where are you watching from around the world? Always love asking that. Who are you supporting this weekend? Who's going to win the championship? Ben Green or Will Tregertha? There's your 3 questions, guys. So there's your 3 questions. And remember, make sure you subscribe to this channel on YouTube. That's the way you can watch all of the sessions this weekend as Ben Green is into the pits. Get a bit of camera time there. Reverse Thursday in Perth, Australia. Nice. So I'm assuming it's, what, 1 a.m. for you? Is it midnight? Midnight at 1 a.m.? UK, William. Nice one, Elliot. Straight to the point. Serbia, Nice. Portugal, Maron, and Ben Green. Wow, okay, Miguel. Nice. Green, green, green. USA. Nice one, Michael. Welcome. First time watching DTM, watching from the Canary Islands. Nice. First person from the Canary Islands for sure. Suleiman from South Africa supporting Will Tregurtha. Nice. Oh, it's only 8 p.m.? You're on the other side of Australia, though, aren't you? As we're watching now Lucas Maron jump over the curbs as well. Marcello Merlo from New York City. Nice. Minnesota for kinda quick. Craig Salter pretended to work in the UK. For sure, Curse. Absolutely. Is any of you going to be at the no-rise ring next week? How many of you are going to be at the no-rise ring? Ben Green, by the way, still the fastest, as we see in the background. Oh, Lucas Maron. Exits stage right. Off he goes. I said that these drivers went on the limit of the car. That says different, doesn't it? Oh. Thea Uverhouse fan. Nice to see. Nice to see. Yeah, he's been looking really good, Miguel. And he did this last season as well. He won like the final 4 races last season. Let me just confirm that. He finished. Where did he finish in the championship? Sorry, no. He won 3 out of the last 4 races, and he got a 3rd in the final round. So he was so strong last season. He's actually a junior driver last season. Ben Green, who won the junior championship? Ben Green, of course. Ben Green won the junior championship, but he's never won an overall championship. He's come 2nd in everything he's ever done. Ben Green, he's just, look at there's the bouncing. That is, yeah, that's an interesting line for a Friday. So yeah, Ben Green, in all of his championships he's ever done, is finished 2nd, is the highest position. So this is such a unique spot for him to be in, 8 points clear of Will Tregurtha. Can he potentially take home a championship? I'm excited for him. It's going to be a good next 4 races, I think. Emil Stoichev supporting Folev. Good to see. Yeah, Folev debut weekend here in DTM Trophy. Thea Uverhouse, by the way, into the top 10 now. Stefan Cox in the top 10 as well. Folev in 11th. Krahamer, Gerban, Hoffman, and Cornely are your 15 drivers. Tregurtha then, just in the pits here. 15 minutes, 50 seconds to go. Not long to go really at all. It's actually flying by. Flying by today. Someone else from Stolberg in Germany. Nice. Yeah, shame Michael Schrei's not going to be here this weekend. I have no idea why, but yeah, they're not here this weekend. Reverse Thursday, it was an interesting week. It was an interesting week with the Lausitz ring for sure. There's been 0 laps deleted today, from what I've seen. So no times have been removed from the timing sheet. So maybe people have gone and done a slower lap and have it removed. But yeah, none of the quicker laps from each driver has been removed yet. So Reinhard Koffler, who was very strong last time out, managed to get KTM's first ever victory in Assen. Has come to the Hockenheimring and looks very quick again. 2nd fastest as it stands. Ben Green, though, is going to be very happy with this today. He's going to be super pumped, thinking, yeah, Big chance here to extend that championship lead moving into the final couple of races next time out. Remco, they do tend to. They do tend to at the end of the session, but a lot of the front runners haven't come in early enough really to do it, so I think they might be changing their approach today. I think you'll find that people like Green and Tregurtha are going to be sandbagging big time this weekend. Don't think they're going to be giving too much away. It's kind of the, yeah, this is where you earn your championship time in the season, right? 4 races to go. We've already done 10, so it makes sense for them just to be holding back a little bit here. Although Ben Green's still if he's holding back something here and he's the fastest right now, yeah, he's going to be hugely happy going into tomorrow. Across the line then for Ben Green. Any improvement? Doesn't look like there is, no. Remember, qualifying is tomorrow morning. Qualifying for DTM Trophy is at 10:55 local time. So in the UK, that's 9:55. And then the race number 1 is going to be at 10 minutes past 3 local time, so 10 minutes past 2 in the UK. And then for Sunday, qualifying 2 is going to be 9:40 a.m. We should probably have a graphic for all of this, to be fair. That's something we definitely need to do for next season. 9:40 a.m. for Europe, and then it's going to be 8:40 for me. And then the race in the afternoon is the same time as it is on Saturday, so at 10 past 3 local time, and indeed 10 minutes past 2 UK. Which is the race room guy's car. That car isn't here anymore, unfortunately. Yeah, Pro Sport Racing are no longer taking part in the DTM Trophy. Do I think KTM will get their second victory this weekend? I think anybody can win at any given time in this championship. I feel like the drivers are very, very closely matched in terms of their ability, and I feel like the cars are very closely matched as well. I think the circuit's really the main variable is the circuit each time. And judging by the lap times as it stands, I think Reinhard Koffler is definitely going to be up there and amongst it for sure. Especially after, you know, how much positivity is going to be running through that driver's brain. How hype they will be. The confidence is going to be huge. So that's one thing, isn't it? Getting over that hurdle, finally getting a race win. When you've done so many races in a particular car and it just hasn't won, you start to doubt whether it's possible. Now it's been done. Every single car on this grid now has won a race at some point over the last 2 years. So interesting to see how that plays out, as the two KTMs are going to have a little run together here. And they get the winner of this championship gets a DTM test, Ricky. So Tim Heinemann last year got a test. I was really surprised he didn't end up going up. He races in similar cars in the GTC championship in real life, which he actually won the championship. That used to be a support series for DTM, hasn't been this year. So yeah, he's won a GT3 championship this year. And so I was really surprised. It actually is a championship that Maximilian Goertz won last year as well. So obviously Goertz is now with DTM and right up the sharp end of the grid. As Verdonk is now 4th fastest, 2 tenths off of Ben Green's time. So yeah, Heinemann's now just gone and won that championship. Marcus Winkelhock as well races in that championship, or did last season. So yeah, it's a pretty strong championship to go out there and win. So yeah, I was really surprised that Heinemann didn't get a drive, and I think he will do eventually. I can't see like winning that championship obviously holds some weight for Maximilian Goertz to be promoted into the DTM this season. But yeah, who knows? Who knows? Obviously, with people like Ben Green, if he wins, like his team have direct connections to DTM in terms of the BMW, so he might get an opportunity to move up. Who knows? But then we saw, like from Ben Tuck last year, he was racing in the DTM Trophy, and then he went up to the GT3 program. So he's now racing in the Nordschleife 24-hour series for FK Performance. So yeah, you don't necessarily go up to DTM, but they do tend to move to like a faster class, if you like. Hopefully I've got limited information on it, so hopefully that kind of answers your question. But yeah, they do get a test at the very least. Free practice 1 isn't ever broadcasted because we spend the morning doing our tests, Ricky, and there's lots of stuff. There's lots of moving parts for these broadcasts. So yeah, we use free practice 1 to make sure that free practice 2 and the qualifyings and the races are all going to be nice and good for you watching at home across the weekend. As we get some nice camera time here of Nico Verdonk, everybody's favourite Belgian, currently 4th position as it stands. This is only the 2nd season, though, Loris. It's only the 2nd season, though. So, like I said, Tim Heinemann was the winner of the championship last season, got a test, and he actually has gone out and won a GT3 series this year. So he's kind of inadvertently gone up to that kind of formula anyway. Through the S's, then we come. Sophie Hoffman then. It's got Stefan Cox to deal with. Or Stefan Cox has got Sophie Hoffman to deal with. As we head then down the back straight, down in towards the hairpin. And we're going to see a little bit of overtaking action as the Ring Racing Supra makes the move. Why do we have rolling starts? I have no idea, to be honest. I don't think there's ever a reason for having standing starts or a reason to have rolling starts. It's just kind of a decision made by the organisers. Well above my pay grade, Selena. Well above my pay grade. So we've got ourselves 7 minutes to go. It's absolutely flown by. Absolutely flown by. Ben Green, though, is still the fastest. Nico Verdonk is now 2nd fastest here. So 0.08 of a second off of the pace. And then we've got Reinhard Koffler in 3rd position. But as you can see at the bottom of your screen, Reinhard Koffler is not going fast. How do you know that? Well, if you can see the Sector 1 and Sector 2, they're both blue, which means that they're slower than he's gone before. Laura Krahamer is going green-green, which means that is her personal best for Sector 1 and Sector 2. If it was purple, that is the best out of everybody. So anyone new watching right now, if you look at the bottom of your screen, that is indeed what the colours mean. So if it's green, it means it's their fastest personal best. If it's purple, it's the best out of everybody. If it's blue, I wouldn't worry about it too much. So through the S as we come down in towards the stadium section. René de Boer, by the way, guys, he's the man to ask. This guy knows everything about these series. René de Boer is the man. And do you know what? I had no idea about that, René. Thank you for bringing that into our attention. I had no idea that was the case. And I'm sure I will see you next weekend as well. But yeah, René de Boer, if you've got any questions, ask him now. Yep, he knows everything. He's a fountain of knowledge. So Ben Green still leads the way here. Well, we've got 5 minutes to go. Ben Green, then Nico Verdonk, Reinhard Koffler, Salonen. Top 4 separated by absolutely nothing, really. 1.5 tenths as we go down towards the hairpin here. Nico Verdonk stepping that rear out. And that's just an excuse to have a look at the Supra, right? Which I am all on board for. So yeah, that is your top 4, 1.5 tenths separating them all. Jan Zimmer, Lerner, Mauron, Tregertha and Uverhaus, with then Stefan Cox rounding out your top 10. Tregertha hasn't come back out today, to be fair. I'm hoping that's not an issue, but no one seems to be frantically working there. It's kind of more of a Yeah, we're just taking some data down and all that good stuff. So I believe they're going to be all good. Krayhamer then, Folev, Gerban, Sophie Hoffman, and Sebastian Cornely are your 15 drivers. Well, there you go. Renee's not here all the time, ladies and gentlemen, so now's the time to take advantage. Any technical questions about the cars, ask away. So with 3 minutes 50 seconds to go, are we going to see any potential times change? So a lot of these drivers now are going to be on race runs anyway. There's Reinhard Koffler there, taking a line out of the hairpin. Omega, yes, I will be there. I will be at the track next week. Yeah, I will be actually at the circuit next week for the first time since the whole pandemic kicked in. So yeah, I will be there. So let's look at, in terms of impressive performances. In terms of impressive performances that we've had so far during this session, I would say Ben Green. Maybe he's indeed. Apologies if you heard that, guys. My my 1-year-old's just decided to walk into the bedroom. It's his birthday this weekend, so he's really excited about everything that's going on. I think he realises that he's got loads of party stuff arriving all the time. So yeah, apologies if you did hear that. Not that it's a big deal. He's just excited. He wants to see the DTM Trophy action just like all of us. But yeah, in terms of excited performances, Ben Green, I think he's still probably withholding something here. I don't think you're going to show all your cards this early in the weekend. And then we've got Tregurtha in P8, who hasn't really shown anything, but he's been in the pits for the most part. So again, I don't think we can read too much into this session. The fact that we've got 4 different manufacturers in the top 4 is always a good sign, which is pretty normal. Absolutely, Renee. Absolutely. For sure. 100%. As long as you're not going to tell me off. That's all that matters. And you see some cars here maybe starting to take on the limits of the circuit here. Ben Green. He's had a relatively good session here. Don't really want to spoil it. Moritz Lerner just in the background there. And just in the foreground, we can see Reinhard Koffler. Thank you for all your birthday wishes to the little man. I'll tell you exactly why he was in here. He actually has just got a new die-cast Pixar Cars car, and he wanted to show me. So at least it's relatable to what we're doing. It's about cars. New co-commentator confirmed. Yeah, you wouldn't. He's a bit like me. You can't shut him up, so he'd fit in perfectly. The joys of working from home these days, hey? You've just got to embrace it. You've just got to embrace it. But with 35 seconds to go, they're all about to start their final attempts here. And this 40 minutes has flown by. Again, thank you very much for being my company during this broadcast. Nice to have 500 people watching the free practice too. And remember, make sure that you are indeed around for qualifying tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, qualifying is indeed going to be at 10:55 a.m. local time. It's going to be, for me, 9:55. So if you're in the UK, it's 9:55. And if you're in the US, which is East Coast, you're about 5 hours behind that, so it's really, really early. It's like 4:55 a.m. So yeah, make sure that you do indeed tune in. As Tregurtha, his practice session is over. He's going to pull in, go back out, and again, they just grab a load of data during this session. For the most part, I think they're good. Doesn't look like there's going to be any damage to the car or anything, so yeah, it's going to be good stuff. I know, Uzi, it's already over. Flies by. If any of you have got any questions and maybe you want to indeed follow me on the social medias to ask those questions, it's @TrollVision. I'll type it in the chat right now for you. That is Instagram and indeed Twitter. So if you want to indeed follow me on Twitter or Instagram just to ask any questions about what's going down this weekend, or maybe you need to know what times the races are on, which that's mainly the biggest question people ask. I get DMs all the time on Instagram. What time's qualifying? When does it start? So yeah, I'll be your personal time teller. It's Ben Green then will come around the final corner. And is he going to come into the pits? Yeah, he does. Oma Galato at the back there, the watch manufacturer. It's one of the new sponsors for Ben Green this season. And into the pits we go. It's going to be the fastest time posted. Reinhard Koffler's just crossing the line, I think. Maybe going to find something at the death end. No, they will not. So Ben Green is going to take the spoils, ladies and gentlemen. Nico Verdonk second, Koffler in third, Salonen in fourth. Big disappointment really is that Tregertha, who's second in the championship, is only eighth, but only did about 10 minutes of the session. So I don't think there's anything to be too worried about. I still feel like we can be pretty excited for what is about to go down this weekend. It's going to be some classic action, that's for sure. We've still got 2 qualifying sessions to go and 2 races. This was only practice. But there is the quickest driver there, flashing the lights to let everyone know he was the fastest driver as well. That is Ben Green. So here is the official results then. Ben Green is the fastest in free practice 2. Nico Verdonk second. Reinhard Koffler is in third. We then got Matthias Salonen in 4th position. Jan Zimmer and Moritz Lerner in 5th and 6th. Lucas Mauron and Will Tregertha in 7th and 8th. Theo Uverhaus and Stefan Cox are in 9th and 10th. Laura Kreheimer in 11th then. We've got Stilian Folev in 12th, David Gerban 13th, Sophie Hoffman in 14th, and then Sebastian Cornelet in 15th position.